Good morning and welcome to the 9 a.m. hour. We hear from 12 incredible women in luxury real estate with a unique bond. Their tips to success.
Well, it can be quite difficult to find good friends. Sometimes we're all friends here.
Yeah, of course.
Even more rare, though, to find a circle of about a dozen who you can trust. But that's exactly what exists in the Valley. A power group of amazing, successful Type A women who together have found friendship and a fresh perspective on life. So I sat down with this group to learn more about their very unique bond.
All of these women, wildly successful in luxury real estate, have bonded over the art of a new deal.
What we really wanted was like-minded women.
Wives, mothers, working women, so we can all be a support system for each other. And yeah, just kind of break down those barriers of who everyone thinks each other is and just be a support instead of being in competition with each other.
Holly called me and she said, I want to include you. And I said, what? And she goes, yeah, Wendy Walker is putting together a group. I go, I don't know Wendy and I don't really like her, so why am I being invited? That's the gift of this, because I got to know all of these girls and I knew Lisa a little bit before, but really getting to know them and really loving them and protecting them is just such a privilege.
I was afraid of Wendy, not in a bad way, in a good way. She has this reputation, and then when you get like as such a successful, strong, professional real estate person, and then all of a sudden you get to know her, like all of us, we all go 100 miles an hour, but once we walk into that room, we just all go like this. And it's kind of like it's almost like we're still confident, but we're confident in our ability to share, to trust, to be vulnerable.
That room where the rules of engagement are set.
Wendy started the meeting off telling everyone that, they were chosen to be here, and then just really was super vulnerable and shared a story that I think blew everyone away and really set the tone for the group.
That story, personal for this group, shared on stage at a real estate event.
I was on stage and someone asked me a question, and the question was very personal. And I could sit up there and be perfect and gloss over and give a general answer, or I could have been real.
She chose to be real, giving these ladies the freedom to do the same.
There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and so having a real community of people where you can say, like, it is a struggle to sometimes feel like you have to always be on. Our industry is so image focused, and there are a lot of what I think is somewhat toxic reputation in our industry. Everyone sees selling sunset and thinks that that's what our lives are like, which I can tell you, most of us aren't walking around in stilettos all the time and then sitting down with cameras on us all the time.
This circle, a safe space.
Or crying, that always
We do
happens
a lot of crying.
every single time.
I just sat down and Lisa said, how's it going? My head went down and I was really trying hard not to cry, and I just said, that's it, I'm done. And I just told the truth, and I just said, this is where I am.
We know someone who we can trust, who we can call and talk about those properties or get advice from, who we know that they're looking out for our best interest and they're not going to run around and try to steal our clients. So it's nice to have a group of women with integrity that we can trust and go to if we need anything personal or business.
The first year, they speed dated.
We just sat down and it was like instant. We didn't even realize how much we had in common. We were both struggling with different health issues. We were very relatable, and we started helping each other. I don't even think we talked about real estate that much, but we talked most about our health, our kids.
Every year, a different theme.
The second year, we picked a theme to write each other love letters. So every month, a girl was featured.
There is usually a common theme that comes out that you go, oh, that's what people thought. And for me, I'm not really a big emotional person typically. And all of a sudden I'm reading these letters and crying.
Growth in many ways. The ladies sharing their thoughts on success.
I think one of the biggest pieces of advice I would have is really working on your mindset. I think why this group works is because we all truly have an abundance mindset. We believe that there's more than enough to go around and that my success does not come at the expense of one of theirs.
A good morning routine just because it just kind of sets the tone for the day. And you know, you wake up early, have some time to yourself.
Learning to delegate, not just in work, but in your personal life, because I felt guilty for a long time with my stack of laundry up to here until I hired someone to do my laundry. And what a load off. And I felt guilty about it at first, like, I'm a mom, I should be doing this. I should be making dinners every night. I should be, you know, organizing their stuff. And I just didn't have enough hours in the day.
Don't be judgmental. You never know who's talking to you. You never know how their day went. Be kind and be open-minded.
Perfection is very lonely. And being vulnerable and being able to be vulnerable is one of the best gifts you can give yourself.
Big thank you to 12 amazing women who sat down and chatted with me with their tips for success and just kind of shared what life is like for them as a woman in real estate.
Love that.
Yeah.
And familiar face. I saw one of my friends from high school.
That's right.
Lindsay was there. All right. Very cool.